Hey folks, welcome back to the channel where it's all about racing. Today we're going to take a look at two Mercedes AMG F1 cars. One on the left, made by the folks at Spark, and on the right, one made by the folks at Bburago. Now we all know that Bburago is the value leader in the Formula One family of model cars, but how good really is it? Particularly compared to Spark, which is considered to be the best, or among the best, sealed resin models that you can buy today. I'm willing to bet you that if I took the Spark model off the base, which I'm not going to do, these cars would be almost indistinguishable from one another from a distance, with slight differences being that the fact that the Spark color, or the Spark model, has a special Miami Grand Prix color theme that the regular Bburago does not have. But if you take a look at them both closely, they are extremely sharp and good looking models. Now I got the Bburago as part of a package deal. 6 cars for 35 bucks. Unfortunately, that deal is not available on eBay as it was when I purchased this. So essentially, this is a $7 car. It comes in this box, which looks rather nice. Has the picture of the drivers on the inside. On the outside of each end of the box are the pictures of the two drivers. And on the rear is a picture of the car itself. It's really quite nice. Now the box itself is good, and the packaging is presentable, but the quality of it is questionable. The base is nothing but cardboard, and what looks like an acrylic jewel cover is really just a plastic sleeve. Now the Spark car comes in a very nice Mercedes-themed box, as you can see here. Or should I say Petronas? You got Petronas green on it. On the background, inside the box, you see the Mercedes logo and the Spark logo. Both ends are open, so you can view the car from the front and the rear. And the back of it has AMG Petronas, Formula One team. Inside, the car is mounted on a wood base, and you have a real acrylic jewel cover. Now, if you take the cars out of the boxes, this is what you have. You can see the Spark car in the front, with a nice solid wood base. And the Bburago car, unfortunately, the box, once you remove it from, or the car from the box, it is just this. It's cardboard. It's cheap and cheesy, but presentable for sale purposes, but absolutely useless for collector's purposes. Now, notwithstanding, the car is actually pretty doggone good. Now, here's a good look at the front of both the cars. Looks very, very sharp. And you look all the way down, you've got two very, very nice models. It's only when you expect them very, very closely that you are going to see the differences, and you guys know that. You know what Bburago brings to the board, and you know what Spark brings to the board. So what does Bburago do well? You get a good, presentable race car. Looks very, very sharp. The finish is quite nice. The decal work is exceptional. It does roll, and it does have an aluminum axle underneath, and the bottom of the car looks like so. It's only when you look at the close details does it lag a bit behind the Spark car. The tires and the wheels are actually quite nice. Front wing looks good. The only place where I'd say it's really lacking from that perspective is your pitot tube is rather large and kind of child-looking, and there's a lack of aerials on the car. From the side, it looks very, very sharp. The finish is excellent. Shape of the car is good. You even have some carbon fiber trim. It looks pretty sharp on the running boards here. You take a look at it from the top, and it looks really quite outstanding. The driver's helmet is very, very good. Decals, even around the halo, are very, very impressive. And if you look really, really closely, this is where the lack of details become apparent, in that the steering wheel is just blank. The driver looks like a stick figure with a really good helmet. But you go around to the back of the car and all looks pretty sharp until you get here. Now you have a really good looking rear wing. Suspension for the most part looks good from distance. Up close, it does lack the carbon fiber trim we talked about earlier. Your exhaust tube is basically, with the camera, it almost looks chrome. It looks pretty good. It's actually just black. And of course, the running lights are virtually non-existent on the back of the car. Well, on the Spark car, everything pops up. Front wing looks incredibly good. It even looks like it's perforated, even though it's not. And to be honest, the front wing on the Bburago looks almost as good as well. Pitot tube work is excellent. You have two very slim, very sharp looking aerials. Tires and wheels look exceptional. And if you take a look at it, carbon fiber trim is much more apparent on the running boards. You have the aluminum support strut there. That is lacking on the Bburago. The helmet and the driver's figure look quite exceptional. Look at the carbon fiber trim on the, I don't know what you call them. I would almost call them dive planes on the side of the engine nacelle. Look into the cockpit, and you've got a really good-looking steering wheel. Driver figure looks sharp. Roll around to the back of the car. Carbon fiber trim on all the suspension is very apparent. The metal, aluminum-looking exhaust tube, very sharp. And take a look at the running lights. Very good indeed. So, the question you beg is this. For $7, you get an incredibly, remarkably good-looking, and I do mean a really good-looking car. It does lack a base and a jewel cover, and it does roll. For many, that's a very positive trait. For many collectors, it's not. But the bottom line is, if you can live without the base, and you're going to take the car off the base anyway, and a lot of you out there do, and if you put it in a display case, you've got a good, presentable car for a whopping $7. Now, if you don't mind spending $50 to $100 for a Spark car that comes with the good, presentable base, an acrylic jewel cover, and a car that actually brims with detail, well, you know what you get. So, it's this. Bburago, in my opinion, used to be a child's toy. That is not the case anymore. If you've seen my other 3 videos I have on both pairs of these cars, you get a really good-looking car for the money. And if you don't care about a base, an acrylic jewel cover, and you want an affordable car that's not going to break the pocketbook, you've got an exceptional model with Bburago. What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching. See you next time.